What's going on, you guys, and welcome to Stranded Alien Dawn. In the last episode, we started Unlucky Year 13. The reason I'm calling it Unlucky 13, well, obviously 13 is a superstitious number. Uh, it's seeming to be a bit too real, though. The beginning of Year 13, I more or less accidentally told my people that they couldn't celebrate New Year's Eve for the first time ever. So it started off horribly already. My people didn't get to celebrate, which I always like to allow them to do it. It's good for their mental. So they got denied a New Year's Eve for the very first time. So we're not starting this off right. On top of that, the xenoflora is just not going away. It has been, kicking for a while. And then my most favorite resource that I can never keep a handle on, the electronic. Still in need of those. But with all of that out of the way, you guys, had a couple of problems with the base, so I'm thinking about doing some minor upgrading. Yep. I might add an extra perimeter wall to that one. And by that one, I mean this little section here. I'll leave this out to the open. So, let's reduce the field. And I guess hit play. There's no point sitting here paused up. This is going to take about 30 seconds or so to complete. And then I need to begin with the wall. So let's get this taken care of first. There we go. Next. Defenses, fortifications. I have new fortifications, however I'm not going to use them yet. No. Why might you ask? I need a better system. You know what? No, I'm going to pull this back a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to pull it to there. That way I have that little extra bit in case I want to go onto the outside. And then, yep, the same to this section here. And then, like so. Now I am curious, how far does this stretch before it breaks up? It's just that one little spot? I mean, okay, so it's that spot. Okay. Uneven terrain still. There we go. Perfect. Now I can have this the way I wanted it. It just looks a little bit goofy is all. With this little part that sticks out there. But whatever. What I can do with that is I can make that like the little gate section. Like so. And then another thing I can do is I can remove this. And I can remove that. And I can stretch this wall just one more. Like so. Now it actually makes sense to have that right there, as that is now in the middle. And there's this, and then we need another one. And by another one, I mean a fence door. And let's go ahead and place her down right here. Well, since I'm in the process of doing all of this, once this outside's taken care of, I can start to break down the interior and allow me to have a fast travel way through here maybe. Which that means I'm going to need to break these down. So let's target those for deconstruction. And let's reorganize the interior of the base. That seems like a good idea. Yeah, let me restructure the interior of this base. Work accident at the landing pod? Oh, he got hurt, okay. And he's bleeding actively. Oof. That's not good. Cut that. Let me see if these are still actively garrisoned. They are not. However, the harvest spot, he's not going to be doing much for very long. Oh yeah, year 13. Research. Time to knock out all of the 2-year. Just come back, Rita. Thank you. You're just my, that gets me every time. butcher that. And the reason it gets me every time is I'm not used to it yet. I'm still not used to that sound. And Simon is actively bleeding and still on his mission. So, Lord knows when he's going to come back. So once all of this wall is completed, I'm going to go ahead and take care of the fast travel routes. I want to create one right here to let me go in and out if I want. As the only way really in is to go all the way around and then come in through this section, which doesn't really make sense. It's very time consuming. Or to go all the way around this way, which again doesn't make sense. Very time consuming. You want to allow them to get into where the wood is efficiently. And to do that, I'm going to need to finish the construction of all of this, which will give me the ability to remove this intersection without fear of the bots attacking, and then, or the bugs attacking, then bring it back by one wall space and an additional one wall space. And then I can create a fast travel way, either this way or this way, which I can just do something like that, or just completely go through this way, remove this gate, and put up a wall. And then they can just go through that section, come down this way, and wood. So it'll cut the time down by a lot. It'll cut it by at least 4 times. At least. But majority of it isn't going to get built for some time. Nope. Only really have one person on construction duty, and that's Samantha. And she's currently moving stuff around. Ken can also build, though again, he's doing stuff. Sleeping. Or at least he was sleeping. Where are you at, Ken? Is he sleeping on the ground? Where's Ken? Dude, oh, he's going to sleep. Okay, there we go. That makes more sense. Why is nobody handling... Okay. Katina. You're my best. Heal him, because Edmund isn't doing anything. Edmund was going to eat, actually. And there we go. Healing Simon, healing... He's on the mend, however, I believe he needs some burn cream. Or she's going to heal him with some bandages. Take care of his minor pain. And now he's recovering. As soon as he's done, he's probably going to go eat and go right back to bed. Let's see. Power. Almost 800. Here's some aggressive animals. What kind of... Shrieker brute? Ooh, hold on. They can die right now, actually. Well, let's do this in 2 sections. I don't want to not grab them all, you know? Okay, so, man-eating, or man-hunting gulches, the Shrieker hatchlings, and the Junos. And then move over to this side. There's so many Noth in the way. I wonder if they're going to attack the Noth and actually end up hurting themselves a little bit. There we go. Get the drones out there. Send in the entire Air Force, and we're good to go. Rocking and rolling. So many of them. And honestly, I haven't not stopped using these drones, so I might need to make another one or 2 or something. But on top of that, I might want to add some more Air Force, so I'm going to move them over, as you guys just seen there. And let's go over to storage, delivery drones. I'm going to build 2 more of these, because the 2 I have are just non-stop working their butts off. So I need to help them a little bit, and then I'll make 1 more of those. And while that's all going on, my... Uh-oh. I already have a broken drone, it looks like, because I'm not paying attention. Or was that from the previous fight? Could have been from the previous fight. So let me go ahead and garrison these for now. See 1 moving. I don't see another one moving. All right, then we take a look over here on the right. Why is there an animal starving? There's hay. There's just too many of them? Hold on, I have an idea. So let's see here. One slot. Store here first. And the chew roots. No, I'm just going to do one item per. So that's going to be chew root. This one's going to be the buttermelon. Make sure store one. Over here, one per item. Let me disable the meat on that one. This one's going to be hay. This one. Store here, one item. This one is going to be some grain. And this one's going to be for the carnivore. So disable that one. And then we go with paw meat. Okay, music night. It's a great idea. I'm all for it. So far, nobody's hurt, as I've got them all back here at base. And the drones are just going dumb. All those drones are just obliterating the enemy. That's the way it was supposed to be, not let's attack you with just a couple of them. What that does is allows my other people to get to work. However, since it looks like Ken's about to do some transportation, I can't allow him to exit the base, so grab everybody and let's maneuver them right here to the middle. Unpause. Yeah, it looks like the enemy is starting to go back and forth and starting to leave as well, so get them over here to the base. And remove the enemy's want to exit. The reason they're wanting to exit is because my survivors were out here, or at least Ken was pretty much on his way out. So at least the bugs have some sort of comprehensive pathing system, like they anticipated one of my survivors going out the gate and began to maneuver accordingly, which that's pretty cool. I never really took the time to appreciate that aspect. You know, having these drones really allows me to sit here and like really pay attention to the movements of these bugs. And then, you know, since we're near 13, they're sending a couple hundred bugs at me every single time, so it really allows me to see how a horde works. Now this is going to be very useful information moving on. And I'm really happy that I decided to go with this little extra barricade here. Now after it's all said and done and everything's built up, I might upgrade the outer perimeter to concrete. I don't know if I'm going to do that carbon fiber as it requires power, but things can't get through so long as you have power. So before I even contemplate making those, I need a massive supply of power. And I'm not even, 10,000 is a drop in a bucket compared to what I need. If the entire perimeter is going to be carbon fiber, I need at least 100,000 power for storage. My production, it needs to be at least 5 times my consumption, at least 5 times before I can even feel somewhat confident. And that's 5 times during the night. No, 2 times during the night. That's a bit excessive. 5 times, that's a whole field of, yeah, so 2 times during the night, which that'll probably bring me up to about 5 times during the day, if I'm being perfectly honest. My math could be off. It's usually off. But I'm going to go with my gut, and it's usually wrong. But I'm going to go with my gut regardless. I'm going to say it's going to take me about maybe 5 times power production to consumption during the daytime. Let me take a look at this dead animal that I already harvested. Make sure to get all of this taken care of. Only have 1 harvest bot now, and I keep sending my people out to do expeditions, so nothing's really getting done. I also don't have anybody really set to construction except for Samantha. Let me take a look at something really quickly. Let me take a look at their activities. Yeah, nobody's constructing. Nobody. Okay, Ken. That now becomes a 1. Samantha, you already have construction maxed out, so I'm not even going to bother with you. You keep doing your hunting. I'm actually going to boost you up to a 3 because you've already got it maxed out. Go do something else. He's indifferent, so he's always going to be a 2. He's indifferent. Vincent, you're assigned to a 1. And then you can do some ranching. There we go. 3 people working the fortifications. Yeah, just for now. Repairing trap. I mean, okay. And repairing fortifications. I just want to see you working on the fortifications themselves, guys. Come on. There we go. Beginning to work on the deconstruction of the graves. No, Vicente, you, good sir, get to work on this. Construct the fortification for me. Ken can worry about that. Now, I'm still going to have that little pathway to go in and out. This one right here. So yeah, I think I'm just going to add one somewhere in here. Yeah. Going to sleep. Okay. Alright, so breaking down this wall. Right here. Sorry for the lack of commentary, you guys. Trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything here. My brain doesn't like to multitask for me. Not for my lack of trying. Yeah. Just, yeah. Alright, so over here to defenses, fortifications, wood. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to have to go from right there. That's fine. And run it all the way through. Okay. And that's that wall taken care of. Now, fence door, some poles. Yeah, there we go. So I have a few slots here for any of my favorite pets that die. Can I put another one over here? Nope. Oh well. 7 graves, because somebody has to bury them. Somebody has to be the last survivor. And then my favorite pets. If I have any. And so they're butchering. Oh yeah, it's nighttime, so everybody's sleeping. I was like, why is there no construction going on? The sun's down, sir. People need to sleep. Ah, yes, I forgot. Oh. Why is there no feeding going on? Okay. I know I have food. Yeah, I have food, so why is it not being fed? Oh, I have too many animals. Oh, I've got too many animals. Let's see here. I need to find the good ones. There we go. Slaughter you. Yeah, I need to slaughter some of these. I'm way too full on there. I'm not even going to wait for some of these to level all the way up to their maximum potential. I'm just going to kill them now. I see a male, I gotta make sure not to kill it. That's a healthy amount of them gone. Decent amount of food that's about to come my way. Oh, there is nobody to do the ranching. Urgh, I forgot that's why they're starving. Okay, give me 1 second. Vicente. Ranching's number 1. Rita. So Ken and Samantha. Get to it. My 2 usual builders, back to it. Okay, so Katina's bringing them some food. Man, I messed up a little bit by doing what I just did there. I have starving animals, and they are not happy. Some of them are going berserk and breaking their structures, which I'm then going to have to spend more resources on repairing. There goes Ken now. Why aren't they just eating from this? You know what? Let me allow for the harvest. If I allow for the harvest, I might just leave the rest of it on the floor and they'll just eat it. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Harvest all of it. I do have planting available. Yep, okay. So yeah, that should help out a little bit. I need more harvest bots. I need those now. What am I missing? I'm not sure. Electronics. I got CPUs, but I'm missing electronics. Swell. Okay, recent deaths. Huh? Where's the other one? Oh, it'll get butchered because of the, yeah, he'll force remove it. Got it. Okay. So that was bad. I should have had more harvest spots built to help the supply chain here. Yeah. I'm learning, you guys. It's my first time with the animals. Who knows, in the future I might be able to get a better grasp on it. But it's going to take a little bit of time, just like everything in this game. There's just so much to it. It does take, I want to say, a couple videos. If I were to fully concentrate my attentions to the animals and get everything micromanaged, we wouldn't have any problems. But, you know, there's just a lot that I still want to build, which is why I'm kind of slacking off in the animals. So I don't know if I might just slaughter them all off, just so that I can keep my food going. So that I have food for myself. So I'm not constantly having to repair these things when the animals go berserk, because I just had to repair a fence. And I'm trying to kill off the blight, which that doesn't seem to go away. Again, because I don't have a harvest bot. We've got 2. I need that 3rd one. What are my insufficient materials? 17 electronics? What am I trying to build here? Oh, yeah. Six electronics. That's a little bit better. What are those for? 5 for that, and then what's the other one? There's an electronic for something. Oh, it's probably one of these. Yeah, solar panel. Gotcha. Okay. Well, blight's nearly gone. Let me just keep up on it. Eventually, Edmund will finish it off. Here he comes. I'm not going to worry about the hungry pests. I have more gasoline than I know what to do with. Speaking of, I'm about to stop making gasoline here soon. I just don't have room for it. Okay, I don't have a lot of metal, or else I would make carbon nanotubes. Yeah. I don't have any metal, in fact. I've opted to stop on the missions as I need to get the Xenoflora Blight taken care of. I also have quite a few other things that I'm tasked with currently. Trying to get more power, trying to get the attack drones online, trying to get some more transportation drones going, on top of everything else. Edmund, stop. Dude. Go kill them off. What are you doing? You're just gonna let it spread. I'm getting tired of it. Kill it off. Nearly done. There you go, Edmund. I almost called Edmund Ken. There you go, Edmund. You're getting it done, dude. Chop that smoke leaf, and then you can come back and chop these, and we're done. Come on. Just a little bit of overtime. That's all I'm asking from you. Just a little overtime. 2 more. 1 more. Nope, no, Edmund. Cut that fern. Right now. Don't let it spread. Don't let it spread. Good job. It's finally gone. Let's see what else has died. That's it. Okay. Hi, you little bugs. You can't get into my food because it's all gated up. Yeah. So you got to go through my traps to try and get in. Oh, it sucks for you guys. Doesn't suck for me. Well, lightweight because I have to go back out there and reset all those traps. Yay. Alright, there we go. Nice little wall getting built. Should be finished off in the next 2 days, assuming Ken and Samantha don't do anything else. As for my power, it's doing okay, I guess. They stayed full for the most part during the night, so I think that I'm okay. For right now. Just for right now, yeah. Okay. So that means I can build some of these. However, insufficient materials, you guys. I've got some insufficient materials that I need to work on. Where is the hay? I thought I had hay growing somewhere. Oh yeah, harvest bot. All messed up. I forgot. Yeah, they're doing other things. I need more harvesters, more planters. Trying to think of who I can add. Why are you both transporting? Should only have been one. Whatever. It's food, I guess. Oh, it's at a different one. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, so let's see here. Fortifications are starting to come together. Simon's over there doing mining. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're trying to stockpile some concrete. Yeah. The first thing I'm gonna do is upgrade the perimeter in the back. No, I'm not. Haven't had a problem with that. What I am gonna do is this. Which this hasn't even been built yet, you guys. Is it paused? I'm confused. I thought this was supposed to be upgraded already, but it's not. Yeah, the concrete's there. Oh well. Uh-oh, aggressive animals. I didn't even notice. Okay, let's get everybody up here. Okay, so it looks like I can kill all of these. Scissor hands hunt. And hunt those ones. Run, Simon! Run! Run, Simon! Get him, Jones. Save him. There we go. Save him, Jones. Oh, hold on, I don't have you selected for hunting. Let me fix that. There we go. Hunt to my heart's content. Yeah. Alright, so somebody can take care of him. Or no, never mind. Undraft. Pause. Garrison. Garrison. Good lord. Garrison. I do not need to lose a drone out here. Okay, I think I'm okay. Yeah, here they come towards the base. Which majority of it's done. There's this little section, which I don't see them going in there because, you know, this is the main focus. A couple little spots there. Yeah, nice. Nearly done. This started, it's nearly done. I love it. Getting somewhere. And that's kind of what I wanted to do with the front of the base anyway. God, I wish I didn't have to do this little section, but yeah, there's a gap here that I couldn't do. I couldn't live with it, you guys. I still have a ton of concrete that I need to make now. And a ton more to smelt. I don't understand why none of this is being upgraded. Construction process 0. And the stone's already, you know, getting messed up. Why is nobody taking care of that? Maybe Samantha and Ken will begin working on it here shortly. Yeah, maybe Ken will get working on it with Samantha. At least that's what I'm hoping here. And so they're damaging some of my poles. Just hoping that majority of them come over this way for the turrets. Air Force is still going strong. Looks like majority of them are out. Maybe one of them is back at base. No, they're all still out. Cool. Alright, so nighttime power looking just fine. 1 day, 9 hours, and it's almost all the way through. So it's probably about 1 day and 12 hours, 14 hours, something like that for my current nighttime capacity. So I'm looking really, really good. I can start to focus on burning through a little bit of that power now with no fears. Just I don't really have the resources for it. I need more electronics, I need more scrap metal, I need more everything. And I can't send Ken. I was going to send Ken on a mission. I think I'm going to send Rita out on one. So expeditions. Let's just go with a basic... Oh, there's a control module debris. Send Rita out. This one's going to be Edmund, as Simon is currently mining. but I don't have to worry about him and his mining, as majority of these are already dead or stuck in my trap field. By the time they even begin to unwind through it, they'll all die. And that leaves Ken and Samantha free to do the rest of the construction work. I just want to know why there's no real work going on this little section that I have highlighted. They're supposed to get started on it already. Yeah, look, it's already pre-built. And they're working on the fortifications before they are the flooring. I'm concerned about what's going on with my game. Okay, so you're gonna go over there and construct that fence. Okay. And then what are you gonna do? Are you gonna work on well, you're also gonna work on the fortification over there. However, who's gonna start working on the flooring? That's my main concern. You go ahead and make all the fortifications you want, but if I'm not gonna get this flooring upgraded, there's no point in working on carbon nanotubes. So figure it out. Who's gonna get to it? Samantha? Ken? Both? Alright, they're swapping out. Samantha's going to have some leisure activity. Another death of a pet. Butcher it. Getting a lot of meat. Lots of meat. I might do another culling here in a little bit. Alright, so Ken went to go take a break again. Oh, no, never mind. He's going to take a break now. No, he's done with it. Okay. No, he had just taken his break, is what it was. Reconstructing. Oh, finally. Here we go, you guys. Yeah. Concrete and some stone and some stone and some concrete and some stone. Ah, finally. Get this part of the base done. I'm excited, you guys. I'm extremely excited to finally get working onto this. However, it looks like I have some carpet that needs to be taken care of, and that was flooring and soft carpet. Right there. As well as right there. Any other soft carpet problems? Yes, no, maybe so. Forever hold your peace. Aha. Okay, we're good to go. Control module debris. We got some scrap and some CPUs. Come back. I was hoping that he would have brought something else instead of just scraps and CPUs. Oh well. Alright, I can't send Ken out on any more missions, so I'm just going to continue to do the missions with Edmund and Rita. Get Rita to stockpile and get Edmund to then run those missions for some resources. His high physical gives him better resource gathering ability. Okay, so power's already full, just started. Insufficient resources, 1 core, 8 electronics, a little bit of metal, some hay, and some concrete. Well, and the core, obviously. But we'll get to that here in a little bit. Probably not going to be this video. I'm going to work on the base on this one. At least getting the concrete done for here. Get this section of the concrete done. Afterwards, I might work on the rest of it. You know, get this entire flooring and wall done. Here's a distress signal. Sorry, Ken's taking a break. Go on, Ken. Sorry, Samantha. You're going to be constructing by yourself for a little bit. Thank you very much for your hard work. I understand your suffering, your anger. If you want to take it out on me, go for it. I don't blame you. Okay, so that's reset to Butcher. Alright, so Ken's gonna go out. Already out, never mind. Ken's already on his way. Perfect. And there the butchering of the Shogu begins. I'm also doing some butchering up here. Let me see how my gasoline is looking. Oof. Storage. I said storage. Wooden shelf. Never mind. Yeah. Let me see here. Okay, and then pause. This is going to be for more gasoline. As will this one. And there we go. More gasoline. Now once that gets upgraded, I'll probably remove these so that I can continue the storage for the other storage there. And then I'll just put a couple things of gasoline as temporary holds. I do plan on putting another floor up here, so anything that stockpiles in here, I might get rid of. Manure. Come on, find somebody can. Darn it. Let me get rid of manure. Let me see, what can I put over here? I'm going to put the ore. Ore and unfinished product. And I'm going to remove the ore from the silica. There we go. That's better. Now I'll be able to see things a little bit easier. After all, that's gone, obviously. All these furnaces pushing out the concrete. These internal ones smelting metal. And I'm not really missing much now. Just a little bit of hay. But I need to get my harvesting bots going. Okay, I'm tired of harvesting the bugs. Cancel orders. Cancel orders. Wasting all my time over here butchering animals. Lots of more important things to do, like planting my fields. That's so much more important to do. I even took people off of working on it. Bad idea. Okay, there we go. Should be enough. It's still a couple of them they'll butcher, but oh well. As long as I do that, we're good to go. Okay. Nope, sorry, one more. There, I think that's all of them. I was wrong. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so a handful of goods. Constructing those new shelves for more gasoline once these get topped off. Well, since I'm already building that, I'm going to deconstruct this one. There we go. We'll get all the gasoline moved over. And deconstruct that shelf as well. Again, we're going to get all the gasoline moved over here. That way it's a little bit closer. And then... I mean, honestly, the bots are transporting the gasoline, the flying ones, so they can run in and out really quickly. I'm not even really worried about that. They can fly in right here, for now anyway. Might have to continue leaving, like, maybe, I don't know. I'll figure it out. A little quick way for my bots to get the gasoline to the facilities. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so much more capacity. Perfect. Let's see. Missing the electronics and the AI core now. I'm also missing electronics. That's per usual. So, explorations. Peculiar rocks. Hold on. That's right. Ken found this mission. So Ken, peculiar rocks, please. Edmund. And then Rita. Thank you. Which leaves Samantha to work on the reconstruction process. She's doing a fantastic job. I try to say fantastic and phenomenal at the same time. Brain, why do you do this to me? Pick one or the other, not both. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how living mist, okay, I've already done that one. And that's how I end up creating new words. My brain tries to say two, if not more words, and it all gets jumbled up into one incoherent word. A bunch of nonsense. So at least once a video, I create a new word. I swear. Samantha said I should put them on a t-shirt, and honestly, I'm starting to believe I probably should. However, I can't because of my unemployability. Sad day. Would be nice. But yeah, I'm beginning to think that I'm not really prepared for the animals, you guys. Yes, I have the ability, but I need more food capacity. Like, I should honestly have a little food storage out here for them. Like, just fill all of this up with freezers. And that way I can move them back and forth. Maybe even a bot that's specifically designed to stay in this little vicinity. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Food on the floor. Hopefully they eat it. If they don't, oh well, it's on them. And constructing of the shelf is done. Now it's time to get back to the reconstruction. Get it, Samantha. Oh yeah. All that beautiful concrete coming into play. I'll finally be able to put up the solar roofing. It needs a concrete or carbon nanotube support as well as walls, so the walls will be the next task once all of this flooring is done. It's going to take a very long time to get done, probably several years of my time in this game, but it is something that is very worthwhile, especially in the long run. The concrete has a higher durability. Let me see if I can find some for you. So 200 durability as opposed to the 125 on top of that. Nice little bonus. I can put the carbon nanotube, solar roofing. Carbon nanotube, I believe, is a little bit better. I want to say it's about 250 instead of 200, so obviously the carbon nanotube is the absolute best way to go. Unfortunately, I don't have it readily available. It is a bit expensive on this map. Other maps, it's a little easier to come by, especially the first map that I did. Let me see here. Let's see, a kraken leads through dark cave. There's some bones and burnt ground around the entrance. You know what? I explored the dark side before, so let's get it. I'm not afraid of the dark. Light a torch and find out what it is, Ken. I gotta know. Bones and burnt. Maybe it's a human. I'm pretty sure. See where the remains of a human-made camp. There's no movement or smoke around it. It must be abandoned. Come back for now. No, Samantha's just repairing everything by herself. Woman is an absolute beast. She deserves that sleep. She's been working hard. Definitely not hardly working. Gods no. Ooh, I'm curious with the solar flare that's going on. What is my power? 828 of 15, or sorry, of 12. What are these pumping out? See, so it's the solar flare that boosts my solar's capabilities. That's actually not bad. Especially this one. It goes from 60 to 90, so it gives me a bonus of 30. I mean, the minor loss on this, and it's not even a minor loss. Yeah, solar flares are amazing. Yeah, there's a little bit more power consumption, but that little tiny spike is worthwhile in the long run with these. I think I'm starting to like solar flares more and more. I want to see what my power is during the daytime. Hurry up, daytime. One more hour. Here we go. 23, 25, 26, 27, 3, 32, 33, 35, 36. Between 35 and 36, no, 37, 38. Oh, they're repairing. Okay. So it's almost up to 38 at a constant between 36 and 38. With that next repair, it should go up to about 38-ish on the higher end. So it'll go up to about 20. It'll go up to 37, around there. If it's 90 and that's bottoming out at 36.18 plus another 90, definitely. Definitely. And so Edmund is very unhappy as he's been just running missions and he hasn't had a chance to do anything fun. So he's going to break some stuff for a little bit and he's going to go eat and he's going to take a nap and he's going to wake up and do something fun. So let him do what he's doing. Hopefully nobody goes to stop him. Unless it's Ken. I don't mind Ken stopping people. When Ken goes berserk now, he throws hands. And I haven't seen anybody stop Ken. The man just beats the snot out of everybody. Okay, now, here's Rita, finally back. What kind of mission did she unlock? I'm curious. Alright, so the abandoned camp. Okay. Living Mist. Which I thought I sent Ken to do that. Did I not? Yeah, I thought I said light a torch and go check it out. Why'd he come back? Alright, so Simon fainted and he sees going all the way out there. Let me see here. I'm going to make him grab, since he's going very far, one of the survival kits. Here we go. Get a survival kit, Simon. It has a sleeping pad as well as a little bit of food. The only time he'll want to come back to base is to do something fun. So if he's out there and he falls asleep, at least he has something to sleep on and something to eat. So he's not losing his mind. So come on, Ken. Give me something good, buddy. What? Can I not do the mission? Like, what's going on? You know what? Edmund, go do Living Mist, please. I know you haven't had a chance to do nothing. You're tired. You're hungry. You're fed up. Time to get your hands dirty. Good. And Edmund's on his way to go do one himself. Over here to the left. Let me go ahead and pause. Go over here. Make sure to garrison everybody. Okay, after that, looks like everyone's sleeping. Yep, everybody is sleeping. Never mind. Alright, so there are some of my little arch nemesis here. Ah, there's quite a few of those. I'm not sending my drones out there. They'll get killed off. 12 of them? Yeah, they'll get killed off pretty quick. I'm not chancing losing a quarter of my bots for just preemptive strikes. Which means... New resource, good luck charm. Oh, we found some other stuff. Which means, you guys, that I don't have enough time to take on this massive horde that's about to descend upon my base. Instead, I have enough time to select all my survivors and to get them on top of a roof over here. That's what I have time for. So if you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button for me. It really helps staying in your algorithm. It also shows YouTube that you're enjoying the content, so it'll continue to push me out to other people who enjoy this, who enjoy content like this. Also, if you feel comfortable with it, you don't have to. It's not a requirement. If you feel comfortable with it, share your family. Share with your friends. Share with that cousin that you're estranged with. Share with your enemy. Who knows? They might enjoy the content themselves. And as you hear, I do try to keep it somewhat PG. I don't like cursing that much, if at all, in my videos. I have a bad habit of doing it in my normal life, so doing this actually helps benefit me in the long run because, yeah, I'll grow unaccustomed to using all of the cursing. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to go away entirely. I'm just trying to get a handle on it. It's second nature for me to use the F-bomb every fifth word. So I'm really working on it. So, other than smashing that like button for me, you guys, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. I really do. I really mean it. Hope you guys stay safe. It's a crazy world. I don't need to say that I really mean it. You guys just look outside and honestly, sometimes I feel like the world's on fire when I look out there. Hopefully, we'll manage to survive and grow and unite. Who knows? I have hope. Sometimes. All right, you guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. You guys take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later, guys.